Welcome back. Thom Hartmann here with you live at the CPAC conference, the Conservative Political Action Conference, where we are, swimming among the sharks? I don't know what the phrase is. Dan Bongino is with us. Dan is a regular on our TV program. You haven't been on our radio program before, have you? Or you have?
No, it's the first time.
Okay, you ran for the United States Senate last year in, was it Maryland or Virginia? Maryland, here in the state of Maryland, which is where we're located right now. Right. Former Secret Service agent.
Yes, sir.
And do you have a website that you...
Bongino, Bongino.com.
Bongino.com. That's great.
It used to be Buongiorno. My grandparents thought it sounded too Italian, so they changed to Bongino. Good job, right? No one would ever know.
Yeah, right. Who would think?
Right.
So, as a conservative here at CPAC, what are you hearing that you like? What are you hearing that you don't like? What's the gestalt here? Give our listeners and our viewers a sense of what's going on.
Well, I think after taking a beating in this election, I don't think we as Republicans should cover that. I mean, we took a beating, the Senate level, the congressional level, where we lost seats. The only place we're really doing well right now is on the governorships. You would expect a little bit more of a morose environment. I don't sense that here. I've never really sensed that at CPAC, but this year I sense it. This may come out wrong, but maybe we've hit the bottom, and we need to start marketing the message differently. I say it all the time, we let Barack Obama steal our message, responsible government spending, patient-driven healthcare. These are things he ran on, and we let him take that message. Now, we have to market it differently, and I think you're going to see a return to that positive smile on your face. Tomorrow will be better conservatism after this.
Would you identify yourself on the spectrum from Eisenhower Republicans at the far left of the Republican spectrum? Sure. Eisenhower arguing that we need strong labor, we need Social Security, to the extreme Tea Party, Ted Cruz Republicans, blow up the government, turn Social Security over to Wall Street. Well, I don't think he said blow it up, but you know what I mean. Shrink it down to the Grover Norquist. Grover Norquist actually said shrink government down to the size where you can drown it in the bathtub. Privatize Social Security, give it to the banks, give Medicare to the health insurance companies. Where are you on that spectrum, Dan? How would you define yourself?
I'm a libertarian conservative. I've been on your show, and I think I've surprised you with a few things we happen, to agree on. You played a segment once on, the drug war. Well, if this is a war, we're taking casualties every day by the thousands. That's a situation, me as being a libertarian, where if we're going to look at it with common sense, then we really have to start doing that and reevaluating. So, the drone situation certainly bothered me. I thought Rand Paul asked a very accurate question. He gave the proviso, hey, if they're not engaged in an active war on United States soil, can you drop a Hellfire missile in the local Starbucks? And the Attorney General of the United States had to hesitate on that? I mean, folks, libertarian, conservative, I don't really care where you are. That's a pretty disturbing question.
I did a daily take on the TV show about that, and we did a rant on the radio about that, and that, I thought Rand Paul was right on that question. He was grandstanding, and there was a bit of a stunt in there. And what I find really tragic, frankly, is that the Attorney General then clarified by saying, basically, I'm saying the same thing I said before. And now Rand Paul is saying he agrees with the Attorney General. I mean, he's come out and said that. So he's no longer asking that question, which seems to me kind of weird.
Well, I've met Rand Paul, and I can tell you, I really don't think he was grandstanding. I have to disagree with you on that. I think Rand Paul is...
Let me rephrase it. He was making use of a PR opportunity and brilliantly doing so.
Yeah,
but the fact of the matter is nobody has to stand on the floor of the Senate to filibuster. That was... So.
No, you don't have to, but politics is a bit of theater. What do they say? Sure. Politics is Hollywood for ugly people. I've heard
DC
that quite a bit.
Yeah,
I might fit that mold pretty well. So he needed it. He needed that opportunity to highlight what I think you and I agree. I make that point, though, to tell you that I don't really fit in a box that well. Mm-hmm. I think on immigration, there are a lot of conservatives that don't like my policies, and frankly, there's a lot of liberals' policies that I stand for. We have 12 million people who are here, living, breathing human beings, no different than you or me. My wife is a first-generation immigrant. I'm the only person who ran for the U.S. Senate in 2012 that actually deported someone. Are you going to deport 12 million people? The answer is no. It's not possible. You're arguing about a utopia that doesn't exist. Right. These are human beings. These are living, breathing people who are going to contribute to both the intellectual capital and the economic capital of the United States. I've had some people on the left saying I'm too hard because I believe in a border fence, not to keep people out. But when you put a wall up on your house and a door, you just want people to come through the door. You don't want them to climb in the windows. It's just a way to control traffic. I mean, we have to have some border security. It's a different world. It's unfortunate, but it's true.
Well, we can we can have that debate. Frankly, I think that if you were to start putting employers in jail, then you would see a whole lot fewer people trying to come into the country illegally.
I've supported E-Verify for a long time.
Yeah, because the fact of the matter is that the most illegal immigrants didn't cross the Mexican border. They came in as tourists.
Well, the visas and the visa overstays. Yeah, it's a problem. But I'd say where we disagree on that spectrum, and where me and you've gone at it on your show on the air quite a bit, is on economics. You obviously have a strong Keynesian big government bent, but I believe very strongly in Milton Friedman's statement that there are 4 ways to spend money. You can spend it on yourself. You can spend your money on other people. Other people can spend other people's money on themselves. And the 4th way, other people can spend other people's money on other people. Well, that's government. When you do that, the 4th way, no matter what happens, Tom, the cost or the quality of the item don't matter. It's not your money. So the cost doesn't matter, and you're not buying it for yourself, so the quality doesn't matter either. That's just human psychology.
It's our money, dude.
No, it's not our money. It's yours.
No.
There's no such thing as collective money.
Certainly there is.
No, there's not.
Once government collects it as taxes, it's our money.
It. No, it's not ours. It's yours.
Are they our roads out there?
No.
Or is it my road?
No, it's not our road.
Is that my road out in front of this hotel, or is it your road?
But you're changing the argument.
No, that road was built with tax dollars. Right. Was it our tax dollars that built that road?
No, they were your tax dollars. There's a difference. There's no collective
So I
money.
can go out and claim part of that road and say, this is my part of the road.
It's a private road, you could.
But it's not. It's a public road.
It doesn't have to be.
But my argument is that once something becomes public, it becomes our. This is what splits libertarians from everybody else.
Have you heard of the tragedy of the commons?
Yeah,
everybody owns it. Nobody owns it.
No. The tragedy of the commons was what happens when the commons isn't appropriate to the size of the population.
Tom, when everybody owns something, nobody owns it. That's what happens. That's why it falls apart.
Okay. Well, Dan, it's always great having these conversations. Dan Bongino, Bongino.com. Okay, great. Dan, thanks a lot for dropping by.